Hi, I'm lovely. So I've got a weekly oracle card reading for Monday the 13th of October through to Sunday the 19th of October. Yes, I'm all shiny because I've just done my skincare for tonight. So we'll just move past that. The first card we got for Monday, Tuesday is Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. So you're accepting life for as it is. You're accepting what you have right now. You're accepting what you're manifesting. You're accepting of the good, the bad, and the ugly, because this card very much shows that you're accepting life as it is right now and what you can and cannot change, which is great. But it's also a card, Lady de los Muertos is very much about the death, and a lot of people struggle with death and they don't want to talk about it, but we're talking about it. It's a beautiful card, and death comes for us all, and it's looking at the brighter side of death as well. Some people it comes too soon. Some people it comes when you're like, right, okay, they had a long life, and you can accept that. And sometimes people's lives aren't as long, but you are sometimes even finding the funny side now of death. Sometimes have to have a bit of sense of humor about things, but as card, you're doing a lot of growth in the whole death front, and life has a really funny way of showing you things. So yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of work on tricky subjects for yourself, because in the Western culture, or cultures, death can be a really taboo subject, and a lot of other cultures have it more down than we do. They can talk about it, they can have a laugh about it, they accept it, because it's like a stage of moving on and transcending. And there's a lot of different theories, there's a lot of different ideologies, and different religions have different ideas on what happens after death. So yeah, we'll move on. The middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got joy, rejoicing in the present, because we're going to be accepting life for as it is, and life is short. You're going to be rejoicing and finding the joy. You're going to be finding the joy in everything and being more present, which is really nice. So start doing more things that you love, making lists of things that you want to do before you die. We are not guaranteed another day in this life. So why would we hold off on doing things that we love because you think you're going to have X amount of years? You might not, and you might. But don't put off things just because you think you're going to have an awful lot more life to live. That's very dark in some aspects, but not in others. So yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest in this reading. And the last card is Ghost Regret. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday might be you pulling up a lot of regrets from the past and moving through it. We're always continually learning, and if you're not continually learning, what are you doing in this lifetime? And growing and evolving as a person and as a spirit. So you do see a lot of the ghost stories of the ghosts that never moved on, and they were full of anger and full of fury and full of regret and full of X, Y, and Z that can stop them from moving on. Do you want to really be like that? Do you really want to be that person that doesn't evolve? I don't think so. So let shit go that you can, because holding on to all this regret, what's it doing to you? What, you're battering yourself? It's not right. So yeah, let things go, take the lessons, and move on. So that's quite a strong reading for this week. And then the last card, I kind of pulled another card just as an extra, is Scrying Intuition. Now, if you're not, that was 444 when I showed you that on the timer. If you've not been trusting your intuition because you've been ignoring your intuition and you've gone down routes that you maybe shouldn't have, you've learnt lessons. and you've learned how your intuition talks to you through your body. So you know what's good things and bad things for yourself. It'll be different for everybody, but you've not trusted your intuition because you've not been listening to your intuition. So guess what? You're going to start listening to your intuition, aren't you? So listening to your intuition, accepting death, accepting the cycles of life, finding the joy and being present through the week, and letting go of regret. So it's going to be a lot of emotional work, but do take time to do things that you love and bring joy into your life also, and start believing in your fucking intuition more. I am going to leave that reading. I just saw 547 on the timer. So yeah, very strong reading for this week. I hope you have a lovely week. Be kind to yourself and others where you can, and also if people are being cunts to you, doesn't mean you have to be nice to them, but you know, just you do you, okay? I again hope you have a lovely week. I will see you in the next reading. Let me know what resonated in the comments, and if you do want a reading, contact me through the links and stuff like that. And I'll see you for the next video. Bye guys.